Hi, I'm Chris Dorsey, President of HELM, Higher Education and Leadership Ministries for the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. I think my job here today is to talk to you a little bit about HELM and what we do and who we're connected to. Right now, I'm sitting rather, in the lobby of the Disciples Center, as you can see by the sign behind me. And what I thought would be helpful is to talk to you first about the mission of HELM. HELM's mission is to work with wider church partners and higher education partners to develop and nurture Christian leaders who are transforming church, society, and world. How do we do that? We do that through working with higher education, working with other ministries throughout the church, and also through running a few interesting leadership development programs that do this kind of work. So what I thought would be helpful is to start off by showing you a quick video that I made about 2 or 3 years ago that highlights our higher education portfolio and the colleges, universities, and theological institutions. So why don't you take a quick look at this video, and then I'll come back and talk to you about the leadership development programs.
Hello, I'm Chris Dorsey, President of Higher Education and Leadership Ministries for the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. Alexander Campbell once said that colleges and churches go hand in hand in advancing Christian civilization. It is that idea, it is that vision that has propelled disciples across the generations to found colleges, universities, and theological institutions all around the country. HELM represents the continuance of this legacy of faith, education, and leadership development that is central to the disciples' tradition. We work with wider church partners and higher education partners to develop and nurture leaders who will transform church, society, and world. There are 14 colleges and universities affiliated with the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. They are Barton College in Wilson, North Carolina, Bethany College in Bethany, West Virginia, Chapman University in Orange, California, Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri, Culver Stockton College in Canton, Missouri, Drury University in Springfield, Missouri, Eureka College in Eureka, Illinois, Hiram College in Hiram, Ohio, Jarvis Christian College in Hawkins, Texas, Lynchburg College in Lynchburg, Virginia, Midway University in Midway, Kentucky, Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas, Transylvania University in Lexington, Kentucky, and William Woods University in Fulton, Missouri. Congregations and individuals who give generously to Disciples Mission Fund and the Thanksgiving offering support religious life programming and direct student financial aid for students on Disciples College campuses all around the country. We also have a very rich tradition of supporting theological education through our Disciples Theological Institutions. Our theological institutions are Bright Divinity School in Texas, Christian Theological Seminary in Indiana, Lexington Theological Seminary in Kentucky, Phillips Theological Seminary in Oklahoma, Disciples Divinity House of the University of Chicago, Disciples Divinity House at Vanderbilt University Divinity School, and Disciples Seminary Foundation in California. The world we live in today is very different from 19th century America. What remains true, however, is that our communities of faith, combined with our institutions of higher education, remain our best assets in helping society rise to the challenges we face and build a better world.
Okay, that video is just a tad bit dated. There are no longer 14 schools. We actually have 15 colleges and universities. When I made that video, Tougaloo College had not reaffiliated with the denomination, and so that happened a couple of years ago. So add Tougaloo College, which is in Tougaloo, Mississippi, to that list. The other thing I wanted to do is talk to you about one of our signature leadership development programs. As I said in the video, Alexander Campbell said that colleges and churches go hand in hand in advancing Christian civilization, and we do a lot of that in our leadership development programs. And one of the signature programs that we run is called the Leadership Fellows Program that some of you may have heard of. The Leadership Fellows Program is a program for college students, for undergrad students. We have about 32 students in the program currently. It offers a grant of about $2,000 each year of participation in the 4 years of the program. And throughout the course of students' participation in the program, we focus on 4 themes. The first theme is community, the second theme is transformation, the third theme is global awareness, and then the 4th year is a mentoring and vocational discernment year. So what does each of these 4 years look like? Let's talk a little bit more specifically about these 4 years. In the first year of participation, the students focus on community. They understand the nature and purpose of Christian community. They talk about what it means to build and sustain authentic community. And the primary book that we read during that first year is a book by Dietrich Bonhoeffer called Life Together. In the second year, we focus on transformation. What does that year look like? Well, we talk a little bit about ways that our faith compel us to work toward justice and social transformation. How are Christian communities engaged in doing this kind of work in the world? We also read Martin Luther King Jr.'s book, Why We Can't Wait, and we focus a lot on Letter from Birmingham Jail, which is included in that book. In the third year, we call it a global awareness year, and in that third year, we learn about faithful participation in an interconnected world and how to authentically and effectively stand in solidarity with partners all over the world. And in fact, in that third year, we typically take the students on a trip somewhere in the world. Our first year we did Cuba. We also have done Colombia. We visited Morocco. And so we typically try to take them somewhere in the world where we are engaged in mission during the third year participating in the program. And then in the final year, we focus on mentoring and vocational discernment. In that year, we talk about how to live meaningful lives of faithfulness and service. And the book that we read during that 4th year is a book by Parker J. Palmer called Letting Your Life Speak. So that's the leadership development program called Leadership Fellows. You typically would apply in your last year of high school, your 12th year, as you're going into college. It doesn't matter if you attend a disciple school or a non-disciple school, you can still apply. The important thing to remember is that you gotta apply in your graduating year, in your 12th grade year. We also run a couple of other programs. The Emerging Clergy Leadership Conference is for seminary students. In that program, we allow seminary students to come together and to deepen their connections with other disciples, clergy. We also hear from the general ministries individually and collaboratively. The seminary students and emerging clergy get to learn about what it means to speak as a leader and to talk about their own hopes and their dreams for the church. And they also get to engage in spiritual renewal. The last thing that I'll highlight is that in addition to the Leadership Fellows Program and the Emerging Clergy Leadership Conference, we also work a lot with chaplains and church relations folks and campus ministries, whether they're doing ecumenical ministry on a college campus or whether they are employed as a college chaplain. We also work to bring them together, help nurture their collegiality, and help them to make better connections in the work that they do. So that's basically HELM. I do hope that if you have any questions, you'll reach out to me. My email address, I'll put that here right in that space. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. You can also visit our website, our Twitter feed, our Facebook feed. We don't have TikTok yet. I know that's something we probably need to do, but we're not pretty big on TikTok yet. But we would love to hear from you. We would love if you're interested in you applying for the Leadership Fellows Program at the appropriate time, and we'll see you around. Thanks. Take care, and God bless.